30 and a win.
Mm,
I needed 30 and a win.
that's crazy.
Crazy.
That's
bro.
too close.
That was 920 off 10 out.
All right, fellas. Well, since Toby want to watch his Sixers, whatever, let's go ahead
Let's start this thing
and get to it and whatnot.
Get his
we're back on Half Court Trap. I'll announce it in a minute. Quick question though, before we even get to that, I wanted to ask, since Julian Edelman in football retired, I know it's a basketball show, but I do have a question.
Yeah.
Do y'all think he's a Hall of Famer? What y'all think about that?
No.
Yeah, he got rings, and he got a Super Bowl MVP almost, don't he? Don't he?
He got one.
He has.
Yeah,
He has
he's
Super
getting in the hole,
MVP,
bro.
but
He's getting in the
I
hole.
think I seen earlier.
You say yeah. You say no. What you say, Jordan? You the football guy.
Mm-hmm. He got an MVP. Wait, hold on.
No, a couple people have MVPs.
You're right. Because I was thinking Deion Branch.
Deion Branch, Santonio Holmes. Come on.
But his production has been consistent.
He don't got the stats to back it up, and he had time.
He's second in postseason catches behind Jerry Rice.
That means a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That holds weight.
Postseason means a lot.
Holds weight.
His regular season portfolio is just too slim.
He's never even made a Pro Bowl.
His regular season portfolio is just too slim. It's not.
Yeah, it's not
good enough.
Is Hines Ward in on the first ballot?
Nah.
First ballot, nah. Come on.
He's definitely not.
Hines Ward didn't even get on the first ballot.
First or second.
Julian not getting in on no ballot.
Edelman's not getting in.
Hines Ward might be second ballot. Hines Ward was nice. Hines Ward was way better than Julian.
Hines Ward better than the ballot. He still didn't get in. He like on his third ballot already.
He's still not in, right?
Right. No, he's not in.
Damn, yeah, he's gonna be like a third or fourth. He was cool. I like Hines Ward, but
he's gonna get it.
Huh?
He's gonna get it.
Hines Ward?
Yeah.
He's gonna get in maybe like the fourth attempt.
He ain't getting
get
in on the first three. Edelman ain't getting in on the first three.
He's not getting in at all.
I think it's dead for Edelman.
You think it's dead, Jory?
Yeah, I think it's dead for that.
They let anybody in. It's too easy. It's just longer.
Yeah. I think what's the name? I think Hines Ward is gonna be a Hall of Famer. Yeah,
eventually.
For sure.
Eventually. I mean, he was never like. Yeah, he was never like the premier receiver, top 5 premier receivers in the league.
Yeah, that's why he will get first, second, or third.
How many rings he got? 2?
He got 2.
Yes, 2.
Yeah, he's gonna get in.
Yeah,
I don't know about
2 or 1. Was he there for the? I think he was there for
the. Yeah, he was back.
He was there for the second one.
Yeah, Antoine Randall was ahead. Yeah,
Hines Ward in his prime was arguably top 5.
It's all debatable. He was debatably top 5 for me.
Debatably.
He was never like Hines Ward was never really.
Yeah.
He wasn't T.O. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't.
He was a solid dude.
He was like top 5, but he might have been like that 6th or 7th. But he was like that. He was nice.
But he kind of as far as I can remember, he is the first receiver I saw that was like under 6 foot that could, he was like the first slot guy, if you ask me, really. Like, he was a small receiver. He played big, but he was really a small guy.
Yeah, he was a tough guy.
Pittsburgh ended up bringing in people just like him after that, like Antoine Randall. And they just had a trend of that.
He ran good routes, you feel me? He got separation. He'd go up top. Yeah. He was nice.
All right. Well, I just want to figure out, because Edelman retired, what y'all thought about that situation.
What you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think Edelman gets in because, like you, I think you said it. He got no Pro Bowls.
No Pro Bowls.
Or whatever. I mean, I know his postseason was crazy.
Oh yeah,
no Pro Bowls. Yeah,
no Pro Bowls.
He got 0 Pro Bowls, 0 All Pros. But his postseason record, his post is better than most people.
I mean, he played on the Patriots, so it's like you're gonna be in the postseason and you're gonna have the opportunity to get numbers.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but the dude balled out.
He
balled out. He balled out.
He was the number 1 option for him.
He was underrated, though. I'll say that. He's definitely underrated. He was a good receiver.
He was a really good receiver.
He was good everything. He was a good punt returner at one time.
He was a good player, but Hall of Famer.
Nah. Plus, I think
is a Hall of Famer.
No, not at all. It's not even a conversation.
Fuck no.
He had seasons though when he had hella catches.
He was better than Wes
Walker. He's better than Wes Walker.
Yes, Edelman.
Who, Edelman better than Wes Walker?
I don't know. Wes Walker had some seasons where he had hella catches.
Stop it.
Wes Walker made 2 Pro Bowls.
Stop it.
I think Julian Edelman is a better overall wide receiver than
Stop it.
Wes Walker.
Yeah, he is.
Wes Walker is just a slot.
Yeah, yo, he was
some people took Julian Edelman because Wes Walker was always.
Wes Walker led the league in catches once.
Yeah, but Julian,
that's impressive.
The Miami Dolphins.
Julian Edelman, you could throw him.
With the Patriots, bro. What happened, Jordan?
Julian Edelman could be the X. You feel me? He could be, you know what I'm saying? He could be the Z. You feel me? He could be he can play all over the field.
Hold up. Yeah. Wes Welcome right there.
Look
at numbers.
I told you 3 years. Like,
yeah, bro. I remember him having hella catches.
I did not know he was like this.
He
had hella catches, bro. I think Wes Welker will still probably
he could make the Hall of Fame, but I still think Julian
Welker's going to make the Hall of Fame. He's got
better wide receiver.
He's got 4 Pro Bowls. He's got 5 straight Pro Bowls and 2 All Pros in those seasons with the Patriots. He's going to make the Pro Bowl. He's going to make the Hall of Fame.
2 All Pros. Yeah,
that's 2 All Pros and 5 straight Pro Bowls from 08 to 2012.
Yeah, with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
And you said he led the league.
He ain't won no chip though.
None of those years were with Brady. I mean, none of those.
It don't matter, but still.
Bro, he had 2 years with Peyton where he snapped. You tripping?
Yo, bro, he did not. He had 73 catches for 778 yards.
Yeah, good seasons.
He had 49 catches for 464 yards. He did not snap.
Yeah, the year you're probably talking about the year Peyton had all those TDs.
He only played twice.
Yeah.
With Peyton, and neither one of them years
he played twice. Yeah, he played 2 seasons. I mean, it does look good because Peyton was snapping that year. That's why
Peyton was snapping.
What is the last one? Since y'all mentioned that, how about Steve Smith? Did he get in?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
His character is.
Is he better than Hines Ward?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I don't know.
He's faster than Hines Ward.
I actually froze up on that. I don't know.
Yes. Steve Smith gets in. Hands down, bro. Like, because I can't see him being.
The total numbers, I don't know.
Steve Smith got 2 All Pros, 5 Pro Bowls, AP player, comeback player of the year. Like,
Steve Smith is the best wide receiver we just mentioned.
I don't know. Steve.
Does he have more yards and catches than Hines Ward?
I don't know.
His numbers look pedestrian, bro.
Right.
It don't look pedestrian.
That's what I'm saying.
He had 1
so
season
his quarterback,
catches.
Jake Delhomme and Cam Newton.
But then he had Joe Flacco, and then he also had.
And Hines Ward had a Hall of Famer.
Come on, man. They wasn't even throwing it like that back then.
Ben really
he
wasn't.
Was still the number 1 receiver, though. What do you mean?
Steve Smith will get in off name. I think he'll get in off name.
Steve Smith is better. His
resume is not that great.
Is better than Hines.
Steve Smith's going to be like a 4th ballot, 5th ballot.
No, he's going to be
better than Hines.
He's not going to be no 4th. They're not going to disrespect Steve.
He's going to be a what?
He's still better than
second ballot, and Hines Ward is not even a second ballot.
No,
Hines Ward is not even a second ballot.
Man,
hold on. Anquan Bolden is better than all of them.
And where's he?
Anquan Bolden is better than all of them. When does he get in?
Who was the guy we were just talking about for the Steelers? Hines Ward. Okay.
Yeah.
Anquan Bolden.
Anquan Bolden is better than all of them.
I think he doesn't name people now.
It only had 4 Pro Bowls.
He doesn't name people now.
That's what he does, George. Just name people.
Hines Ward might not get it. I'm looking at shit too. This shit regular.
I got Hines Ward over Anquan Bolden.
Anquan Bolden was better than all of them.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Hines
I got
Ward might
Steve
not get
Smith.
in, bro.
How many total yards Hines Ward got, Jeff?
We gotta compare.
12,000.
12,000, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a lot of yards.
That's a lot of fucking yards. That's what I'm saying.
Steve Smith got 14,000. So
that's good.
Well, I'm saying they both get in. Whatever.
Okay. I think Steve Smith would get in before Hines Ward because he got the 2 All Pros. Like, you can't avoid the All Pros.
But Hines Ward got the postseason numbers, but Steve Smith don't have. Whatever.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
Oh, you go there.
Hall of Fame team.
He went to the Super Bowl.
Quarterback. Hall of Fame Super Bowl team. Fucking Steelers. Play with the Panthers. Get the fuck out of
here. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna definitely. I'll probably take Steve Smith over.
I'm taking Steve Smith over.
Like Anquan Bolden, I think that was blasphemous, bro.
Yeah.
Anquan Bolden was crazy.
Come on.
Anquan Bolden was nice.
He was all right. He was really good, but he just was. I don't know. He just had issue. He had to play alongside Larry. He had to play alongside somebody else.
Yeah, Larry came in and took over the team. That's the whole point.
Anquan was nice before that, though. He was nice before that.
He was nice. He was. Yeah, but he wasn't.
Nice.
I don't know. He
I don't know if he was ever top 5, bro.
Yo, it's so many wide receivers that we forget about, though.
I don't know if he was ever top 5.
Who?
Anquan Bolden.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you just say everybody's top 5.
I know.
I don't think that was ever top 5.
Ooh. Just like he said, Brian Westbrook was top 3 in the NFL.
They probably thought Anquan Bolden was top 5, like week 5 of like a 2005 season. And then he's gonna be like, that was the season. Like, nah, he was never like top 5 to finish.
Steve Smith was definitely one of the best top 5 at some point.
Who was Steve Smith?
So was Anquan Bolden for sure. They all were.
Bro.
Bolden would have had a good career. He only made 3 Pro Bowls, no All Pros,
He's a Hall of
and
Famer, though. He's a
after he
Hall of
left Arizona, he had 2,000-yard seasons, no 100-yard catch seasons.
Famer. He's gonna
And
go to the Hall of Fame though.
He's
and
not.
he never had more than 8 touchdowns in a
He's
season
definitely going to the
after
Hall of
he
Fame.
left Arizona. He
He's
only
not.
had 1 season with double-digit touchdowns.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Anyway, all right. Welcome to another episode of Half Court Trap.
Little mixture.
We're getting to basketball right now. I had throw a little Edelman in there. See what y'all go. You know what? We miss football. That's what it is. So we'll talk about that. But anyway, I'm your host, Big Mike, on the BigMike.LittleAnt channel. Got our usual panel. My man Jordan, Tobi, and Jeff, of course. So let's get right into it, man. Happened a couple of days ago. Jamal Murray got injured, torn ACL, which is definitely going to be out this season. But the sad thing is that you're probably not going to come back till this time again next season. So it affects their whole even next year. But how far can they go without him in the playoffs? Jordan, what you think, bro?
Where are they going? Nowhere.
Okay.
No.
What would nowhere mean? Second round, third round, first round?
It depends. It depends. You feel me? Who their matchup is in the first round, but I mean, it may not. You feel me? They're shitty. I mean, you feel me? They have no chance.
Can they beat? Let's say.
They have no chance.
Okay, I'll get back to that. Tobi, so what you think, Tobi?
Yeah, I agree with Jordan. They're done. I think they were currently the 4th seed. So right now, if the season ends today, they would play the Lakers in the first round. Then their best case scenario is if the Lakers drop to 6, because if they drop to 6, they will play the Clippers in the first round. I also think that will be an L. So
what about Blazers?
That's what I was about to say. Their best case scenario is because Blazers are 6.
That's an L.
So the Blazers would have to move up to like 5th, and the Lakers will have to drop to 6 for them to have a chance to go into the second round. That's their best chance against the Blazers, and that's gonna be tough. They still might lose that series, but that's their best chance of getting up the first round.
That's a no. You know it's a no.
Their best chance, bro. The Blazers aren't that good. They don't play no defense.
They're not, but they're not that good at all, bro.
They're not
Sorry.
good, bro. They're not that good.
But they got Dame, and they have Jokic.
Dame is.
That's all. That's not.
Dame don't play no defense either. But Jeff, what do you think, bro?
You don't gotta play no D.
I'm not so convinced that it's a wrap. I think we about to finally see Mike, and this will be to your liking. We're gonna finally see the ascension of Michael Porter Jr.
That's what I was
He gonna come up and he gonna take over. He only 4 points behind Murray, and already he shoots a better percentage from 3 and from the field, and he's 1 less percentage, 1 shot less than Murray. So I don't think they hit him bad position.
It's the IQ, bro.
All right, but he's got to get 40.
He's still young.
No, he
got to get 40.
He ain't got no 40.
You don't got to get 40, but I don't think he has that IQ.
Who
else is scoring?
They need somebody else to handle the rock really without.
You got.
They need somebody else to handle the
rock. Playing pretty well. He's averaging 10 points a game, 48% shooting, 31.8 from the field, which is higher than the league average.
If this is
I think
Michael
they're going to
Porter,
be pretty good, yo. Even if they stand still, I'm actually very excited, which is contrary to a lot of our earlier shows, to see how Michael Porter Jr. handles this. Like, I feel like he about to get a lion's share of the ball. He gonna handle the ball. He gonna score. His defense is all right, but they got Aaron Gordon and they got Joker already back there. They got Paul Millsap. I'm not saying Paul Millsap is a major contributor, but he's gonna bring that veteran leadership. I'm excited. I'm sad that Murray is hurt, of course, because he's a budding star. But he really wasn't having the season I thought he was gonna have after the bubble anyway. So I'm really excited to see how Porter come in and get more shots and be more involved in the offense. Joker gonna be Joker. I mean, he's a perennial all-star, obviously an all-pro, but that's debatable too. But, I'm excited for this. And I say debatable, Mike, because there's so many other centers. Like, who do you put him over? It can only be 2 centers. So
that's true.
But like I said, I think they're going to be fine. I think that I could see Porter's average going from 17. I could see he could do 25 a game. I'm convinced at this point. His game is so smooth.
What's that, Jordan?
That's not enough for them to get past anybody besides the Blazers, like Tobi's saying.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm really not sold on the Suns. I don't know about the Suns in the playoffs. We don't know what that's going to look like. Yeah, the regular season
they wouldn't play them. We wouldn't even play them.
Well, not if they drop to 7, Denver. They play the Suns.
Yeah. If the Suns drop, you never know. The Suns, they might start.
I don't
some of their older
believe
players.
Michael Porter's gonna get buckets like that. I'm a big Michael Porter fan. I was on the wave early.
Me and you, Tobi.
I'm definitely on the wave. But his game is still, when I see him play, his game is still not fully where it needs to be at. And they traded Jeremy Grant, for the purpose for him to elevate. And it still was like they were still missing something. That's why they went to go trade for Aaron Gordon. So
they didn't trade away Grant. He was a free agent.
Okay, he was a free agent. They didn't re-sign him. They didn't want to pay him the big bucks because they also believed in Michael Porter, which I believed in him too. But he never really took. He's not averaging 25. He's not doing it. Especially because the playoff series, he's not averaging all 25.
Of Murray. He's taking Murray shots and points. Like remember, Porter was a third guy. It's Joker, Murray, then Porter. So you're not gonna see the full potential. But now you move him up to that wing guy, that two guy. You know what I'm saying? That second scorer.
I just feel like it's not happening. They're out of here. They're done. First one. Seriously, they're done.
I mean, no,
he's just not. His IQ is still not there. Like when I see him play, he takes he forces shots up a lot too. Like he's hooping
because he don't get as many shots as he should.
You'll see. He's not averaging 25. First round exit, bro. First round exit.
I can see him scoring 25 a game.
I do too.
Not for this. He might have 25 points one game, but
they're still gonna lose.
It's dominating.
It's not gonna be enough.
It's not gonna be there. First round, bro.
Oh man, I'm kind of with Jeff. Partially, I think they could beat the Blazers or the Suns actually.
The Jazz probably.
Not
they could probably beat the Jazz too.
No, they gave me the Jazz. No,
they gave me the
Jazz.
He looking regular nowadays, bro.
Nah, because they're not gonna have Murray. It's not gonna be enough.
Jazz play hella defense, bro. Like you gotta watch the Jazz and shit like that. Whatever.
I don't know who in the Jazz would stop. I've watched them their games, a couple of them too. Because NBA League Pass, and I don't think anybody on that team can stop him.
Okay.
He's a 6'8" shooter.
Ooh.
He's shooting like almost 40% from the three.
Oh no, I love MPJ. You know that. I fucks with MPJ. That's my man.
I know what I'm saying. Like, why y'all think like getting more shots is gonna make his stats?
I hear you, right? But they got Gobert for Jokic, and then who they got for Donovan Mitchell.
You think Gobert can stop Jokic?
Not altogether, but he gonna give him some problems.
I don't think so.
Who is stopping Donovan Mitchell?
They don't have enough, bro.
You could put Will Burton on him. They got a couple players you could just throw. You can throw a bunch of players at Mitchell.
Fry.
I'm just saying, bro.
28.
Mitchell wasn't. Nah, Mitchell wasn't like that. He all right, he good. He just ain't like that. Even Shaq said it this year. He not like that yet. Like,
bro, in the playoffs, he was like that last year.
Bro, Jeff, he becoming like that. You got to watch Mitchell lately, yo. Mitchell be balling.
Watching these Utah games because they be up late.
Shaq don't even be watching games, bro. Shaq do not be watching games, bro. I do not be watching games.
Bro, I just don't see Murray being that dude. Like, I mean, not Murray. Mitchell. I need to see him take that.
They will beat Denver in a 7-game series right now.
And 5, maybe 4.
They will beat Denver. Wow. Like Mike said the
it might be
maybe the Suns.
It would probably go 4-1.
Definitely the Blazers. Definitely the Blazers are their best hope right now. Other than that, they're losing to the Lakers for sure. They're losing to the Clippers.
But I can see APJ at like 22-20.
And it won't be enough.
22 what?
22-23 a game now. He gonna score more for sure.
He going definitely. That's why I said 24, 25. 22, 23 is one more bucket. Like, I hate when y'all do this on the show. Like, y'all be acting like one more bucket. It be like, yo, it's a difference between 20 and 22 points. Like, oh, yeah, that's a difference. Bro, that's one.
It is a difference.
That's a bucket.
Yo,
but it's your average, bro. That means he might have 19 one game, might have 25 one game. It's the average, I'm saying, or whatever. So I don't see him. With Jeff froze again like that. That's crazy.
Froze. I see you. Yeah. Everybody froze but me. Okay.
No, you was the one froze. We was good.
Oh, all right. I was saying, I'm back.
Anyway, man. So okay. I see him as a first round exit unless they get the Blazers. Blazers are. I'm with Tobi, man. Like they don't play no defense. Their offense be looking crazy half the time. Melo take bad shots still. Like Blazers get on my nerves, honestly.
New coach needed, New coach. I like the pickup of Norman Powell, but it's still like they need a new coach. They need a new voice.
Ben said they need
better defensive coach.
I watched them against Boston last night. Like they can be tough offensively, but
they don't play no D.
Right, they don't play any D, but they could be a team like Denver because they won't have enough because no Murray in the mix. You know what I'm
But I
saying?
say Boston was cooking them last night or whatever.
I watched. They was up.
Boston been starting to. We're gonna talk about that later.
We'll talk about Boston later, but
and Boston almost lost that game. If you watch the end, Boston almost lost that shit.
Yo, at one point Denver was up double digits. Boston came back like Mark. First of all, but we'll talk about them later or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Let's move on. The Nets right now, are they still the favorite in the East to y'all to come out? Or I know they're stacked, quote unquote, or has the Sixers taking their best taking that spot to y'all? Tell me what you think, bro.
Right now I'm still gonna give it to the Nets, a full healthy Nets team with Harden, Kyrie, and Durant. I'm still gonna say they're the favorites, but the Sixers are right behind them because they play defense and they have Embiid. And I seen Andre Drummond work in the paint, and I know if you can't handle Andre Drummond, you're not doing anything with Embiid. Yeah. So they're right behind them. It's going to be
Jordan starting that game. Was he playing?
DeAndre Drummond?
Nah, he ain't play that game at all.
No, DeAndre Jordan. Yeah, he didn't play at all that game. I don't know. Okay. Maybe they're gonna save him for like the playoffs, like that. He played the last game though. I think Aldridge is hurt. Aldridge is hurt. Yeah, he made all his shots. I think he was like 5 for 5. So he played good. So he's their best, like I guess, big body defender. So they're definitely gonna use him, but I still don't think he could guard Embiid. So yeah, I'm still gonna give it to the Nets right now, but the Sixers are right behind them.
Jeff?
Still riding with the Nets. I mean, the Sixers, they are up there in their standings, but they just, like Tobi just said, with them three together healthy, I don't care who else you put out there. Like KD is the second greatest player in the world. Like, are we not acting like this guy isn't? You know what I'm saying? And listen, yeah, Drummond had a good night the other night, but that's why I pointed out the DeAndre Jordan thing. He wasn't there. And with Embiid, the Nets got bodies to throw at him. They could throw Drummond. I mean, they can throw Jordan. They can come back and throw Aldridge. You know what I'm saying? They can throw different players at Embiid.
Claxton,
hopefully. Yeah, he is actually.
Yeah, youngin.
And God willing, we just gotta hope Embiid stay healthy. But I still got the Nets at the top.
All right. Well, let's go to Jordan, our Sixers fan.
Residential.
Residential.
So I'm crossing the fence on this. I'm done talking about how the Nets have, you feel me, the 3 All-Stars. I'm riding with my guys. Because until I see somebody be able to stop Joel Embiid, then I'm riding with the Sixers. You feel me? So we are the favorites. We're the number 1 team in the East. We play D. We got nothing but shooters. We got a bench, and we got the best big man in the league, and he's playing like the MVP right now. So until somebody stops him, I'm going with the Sixers because Claxton is not enough. DeAndre Jordan is not enough. LaMarcus Aldridge, barbecue chicken. Then if we get to the Lakers, Andre Drummond is a goofy. Barbecue
we'll get there in a second or whatever.
Embiid is historically known for getting 40 on Andre Drummond. So barbecue chicken. Then y'all gonna bring Marc Gasol out there. He tortured Marc Gasol when we played y'all.
All right, we'll get there. Let's keep on this for a second. We'll get there. So it's close to me. Like I just feel like I'm not with the Nets only because I feel like then they don't have enough time to gel together, all 3 of them, and also feel like that the Sixers are great, not good, but great defensively, and low key, Thibault is super good defensively. He's actually got better defensive numbers than Ben Simmons, and people sleep on him or whatever like that.
Not low key either.
Huh?
That's not low key either. They bought him in for that.
I understand, but people don't realize how good he is defensively, or whatever like that. So I'm just saying, like, and then Danny Green and turn back the clock. He playing good defense again. All of a sudden, I don't know where that was at last year, but that's not there nor there. Stuff like that. And then Ben plays defense. Joel plays defense, and then like Jordan said, who are the Nets gonna put on Joel? That's their biggest problem, or whatever like that. So I'm rolling with.
That's right. That's their biggest because they have the bigger problem than we do. Because not for nothing, I'm not gonna sit here and say we have players that can stop their guys, but we have bodies for all 3 of their stars, and those stars have to go on the other side and play D. They got to play D against Tobias Harris. Who's gonna guard Tobias Harris?
Oh, I forgot he was a 29 point.
I forgot he averaged 30 a game. Like,
yeah, I forgot.
I don't understand that ideology. Like, I understand, but he could get his points, but I'm never gonna be like, who's guarding Tobias? Like, it's so biased, bro. He's not unstoppable force of nature.
It's funny. It's funny. They're even saying, right, we're gonna be able to put Ben Simmons on Kevin Durant, or put Ben Simmons on James Harden, or put Ben Simmons on Kyrie. So we put our best defender on one of their stars. But we got Danny Green, who's solid. Tobias Harris is okay. He's a freaking body. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they got to go and play D. They got to go and run it back. So
my issue with them is that the coaching discrepancy, because, you know, Nash versus Doc or whatever, the experience, and I feel like they don't have enough time together yet. I always said to me the Nets were a second-year team, not a first-year team, whatever like that. But I feel like right now the Sixers just got more experience together. Now, they have fucking, like I said, people forget Dinwiddie sitting on ice. Now, when they get Dinwiddie back, like next year, oh my God, it's ridiculous. But for right now, I'm going with I'm gonna go with the Sixers.
Yo, supposedly they say he might try to come back this season still. But to me, it's dumb. To me, it's dumb.
You might as well wait. I heard they might try to trade him in the offseason for Duncan Robinson though, for more shooting.
Oh shit!
I know.
They get Duncan Robinson. He a sniper. They already got Joe Harris, but that's two people though that don't play defense. They don't really need that. They don't really need that.
How the Sixers going to keep up scoring? That's the problem. Like the Nets can get a bucket. If you think you're going to come into a 7-game series and say, I guarantee Tobias going to give me something every night, you're lying. Like if you guarantee Ben going to give you something every night, you're lying.
We're winning right now with him averaging 21.
It's regular season. The game changed when the calendar
But bro, we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Nets. There's no one else beating us besides the Nets.
Keep sleeping on the Bucks. The Bucks will come around and smack y'all.
All right, man.
Look tonight. It's a second quarter, 6 minutes and 50 seconons left. Jordan got 6 points and 11 rebounds already.
Bro, I really hope
KD not playing, yo.
Bro, I hope
I'm talking about DeAndre. I'm just giving you an example of how this guy can be productive against Joel Embiid because they have enough bodies to throw to him.
Yeah, he has 11 boards.
The Sixers have a lot of bodies to throw at the three-headed monster, but they not gonna stop.
He shouldn't have 11 boards.
Joel about to get a double and DeAndre Jordan to get this dub.
Just double-double's light though. That's nothing, bro.
It don't matter. That's like 4,000 yards.
Embiid is 10-5 right now.
10-5 going in the half.
That's field goal.
I mean, that's cool.
There's no reason DeAndre Jordan should have
11 boards.
No.
No reason to have 11 boards. I'm shocked that he has 11 boards right now. Where's the White at? The White not playing. That's why.
Already.
The White hasn't
gotten. Who's not playing? Joel is playing.
Joel is playing. Yeah, he should not have that many boards.
Either way,
White will be boxing that nigga out with all elbows.
In the playoffs,
like all technical fouls, the White.
Yeah, he had like 14 already. They said
off the bench.
Crazy, playing 17 minutes a game. It's crazy, yeah.
He's terrible.
Every time he plays, get a team. That's crazy.
Basically.
I don't know. I think the Nets are loaded. I forgot they got Jeff Green. They got bodies to throw it. The Sixers don't have enough. Man.
Bro, don't ever bring up the fact. Don't ever say
Jeff Green can't guard Tobias Harris. That's what you're trying to tell me?
No, he can't. I thought you.
He's definitely a body to
throw. He's a body. I thought you was going to say Embiid though. I thought you was going to say
I'm talking about against you, like. Being able to slow down.
He definitely could guard Tobias Harris.
He could definitely guard Tobias.
They got enough people.
Ben got to get to the buckets.
Right, but I'm just saying.
They got to do something.
Ben got to get to the bucket.
I'm just saying, Kyrie, James Harden, they're all gonna have to defend. They're all gonna have to go ahead and do that because you feel me. Even Seth Curry can get down the lane, break down the lane, get in the bucket. They gotta respect the shot. You can't leave him open. Seth Curry has shown he can get into the lane, make plays. Y'all tripping, sleeping on him.
Ain't got enough scoring, man. It's about who got the most points at the end of the game, and that ain't enough.
Bro, but we play defense.
So defense don't win championships no more, Jeff?
Right, like
but you know what? Defense can win you a championship, right? But we talking about 3 of the top 10 players in the NBA on the same team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of bodies you gotta. It's a lot of shots you gotta count.
We got one of the top 5 best players in the NBA today. If Joel's not in your top 5 today, then you hating.
What's your top 5?
You hating?
Yeah, top 5 for sure.
Right, and if Ben Simmons is arguably the best defender in the NBA right now.
Okay, that's true. Those are true statements.
Yeah, they definitely have better defense, and that's have to get better defense.
Statements that we already know. No new evidence in what he's saying. Like nothing new. Nothing shocking for us. We know this stuff already. It's still not enough.
Y'all niggas hilarious, bro.
Like he said some stuff we already know. Like the world knows this already. Like
what all right, man. Let's move on forward, man. Speaking of the Nets, they did lose to the Lakers on Saturday. No Bron, no AD, no Kuz. With that, man, Jordan was just talking smack a few minutes ago. But can the Lakers be beat all the way through when they come back?
You feel me? You know they can. Stop playing, bro.
No, I don't. I don't know that.
You know it's only one team that can do it, and it ain't the Nets. You feel what I'm saying? You know it's the Sixers. He knows it's the Sixers. He knows it's the Sixers.
Today.
He's more afraid of the Sixers than he is of the Nets. That's a fact.
For the Lakers?
Yeah.
Hell no.
You smoking. You lying.
You smoking, bro.
If I'm a Lakers, I'd rather play the Sixers.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Crazy shit.
I think they have like one of the biggest front lines for one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna physically
to beat Brian, you need stars.
Teams.
Right. Y'all ain't got stars. Y'all got
Brian, you need stars. You only got Embiid. That's not
right.
enough.
And Mike, what you say? Defense might win championships, Mike, but what wins in the playoffs?
Stars.
All right, there you go. So,
but Lakers play defense though.
We're not talking about that. I was bringing that back.
I know.
Brooklyn thing. I'm sorry, but I mean,
I don't think nobody beats the Lakers, bro. Honestly, or whatever.
I don't think nobody does either. I think Anton Drummond was low key one of the best moves that they could make. Because you legitimately put somebody in the paint so AD can do what he do around the paint, mid-range.
Even Bron, they got a rebound like that no more with AD.
Yeah, like they don't have to get beat up in the paint no more, right. Bro. Like you making this easier now.
Go ahead, George. Take your case. How can y'all beat us?
Man.
Or whatever.
I'm cool.
All right. You got no chance, bro. Just saying. I don't think nobody beats him. I think that the Clippers are we'll talk about the Clippers later. I just think that the Lakers, first of all, the second year together as a team or whatever. And I just feel like defensively, offensively, when Bron come back, AD come back, I don't see how you actually beat them. I don't see a clear path how you beat them. Even the Nets, I got Lakers in 6, maybe. Sixers, Lakers in 5 or whatever, honestly.
Gotta give one. Gentleman sweep.
Huh?
Gentleman sweep for the Sixers.
Yo, I don't understand how y'all so disrespectful. when we beat the Lakers with LeBron and AD, but okay, it's the regular season. But I just don't understand how you can be so disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying?
They ain't have Drummond.
It burns me up a little bit. It just because I don't think y'all believe in Joel Embiid. So that's where it's coming from me.
I believe in Embiid.
I think every time he's on the court, he's the most dominant person on the court.
I believe in Embiid.
Wait, with LeBron on the court?
Yeah, because he's 7 foot. and he's bullying anybody.
But gotta stop right now, bro. I know you love Embiid. I love Embiid too. Embiid is my guy. I love Embiid. He's unstoppable, but he's not like he can't. LeBron controls the game when he's on the court, bro.
I hear you.
That's what it's gonna come down to. And referring back to that game, their role players have to play good. You know, all I seen from that game was that their role players are gaining confidence. The Lakers role players have to gain confidence. That's what's most important. LeBron and AD come back, they're playing with confidence. Bron pass you the ball, you're making your wide open threes. You know, you're doing the right things. Yeah. So that's all it was really about. Like,
the kid Ben McLemore came in.
He started hitting. Yeah, he was hitting shit. They needed another 3-point shooter.
Oh yeah, play him instead of
loaded, bro.
Yeah,
I forgot Schroeder.
Schroeder
be getting buckets though, or whatever. Actually,
I know that's what I'm saying. He gets buckets, but he a dog too. Like he get in people's face. He harass the ball handler, which he does. Passing lanes better.
That's why him and Kyrie started getting into it. Kyrie was getting harassed.
He's a new age. He's the Patrick Beverly that gets you more.
They're gonna lose him though. They're got to win this year. They're gonna lose him. He want to get paid and shit like that.
Yeah, he want to get paid. I wonder who's gonna pay him. They offered him like 20 mil. How much more are you gonna? Who's gonna pay him like 30 mil?
They're saying that the Knicks might pay him or whatever.
The Knicks, I mean, if the Knicks want to do that, then go with them. They ain't doing shit paying Shooter 30 mil. Trust me, they're not doing shit paying 30 mil. Goddamn.
That's a wise move for him, business wise.
Yeah, for him, getting his bread, but
that
Knicks,
too. Oh yeah,
they ain't doing shit.
They're gonna lose Schroeder and Drummond. Drummond only a rental, so they're gonna lose both of them. Whatever.
That's why they're gonna win this year. That's why they're gonna mash the gas. That's why they like Bron. Sit down. We gonna save you. But you know what I was concerned about last year when Bron came back from the injury in the beginning of the bubble. He was kind of stale.
Like when was he injured last year? He was
not injured, but he was out of it. I think
out of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't playing for a while. He came back, and his points weren't there. He was doing everything, but his shot wasn't there. He wasn't getting his normal production. They were still winning, granted. But if they give him the running start like that this year,
he gonna have time to get it ramped up. Him and AD.
They're gonna have like 9 games left, 8 games left.
Yeah. I'm actually more worried about AD than Bron, honestly.
Yeah, he's injury prone.
And he been out for a minute.
Heavier. Yeah, I think it's a longer injury than they thinking.
Yeah,
that's why they got Drummond.
That's why they got Drummond. Yeah,
but that's not enough. They got to get AD back.
Nah, they can win without AD, bro. I'm sorry.
What?
They can win without AD.
What's up? Where the bet at? Like, I take that. No AD, the Lakers are not winning, bro.
With Drummond that changed everything, bro. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't. He's not no 20 and 10.
Yes, he is.
He can't get 20 and 10.
Yes, he can. Thank you, Tobi. He can't get
20 and 10 with Bron.
Nah.
Yeah,
even
I'm on that.
10 is easy. He had 20 and 10 against the Brooklyn Nets.
He's not going to average 20-something points a game to basically supply AD's loss. He's not.
If AD was out, he's getting 20 and 10. 20 and 14 probably. Honestly.
I'm on that train though.
20,
no Lakers,
25.
No AD. They don't win shit.
No,
I'm on that train.
They need AD. That's key.
X. Who wants to bet that?
AD, Bron and Drummond. That's nothing.
That's you want to bet that, Mike?
Kevin Love. That's not.
Let's see how the playoffs
go.
Bron, Drummond, Shooter. I think they be all right. I'm telling you. But
no
way. Hey, Mike, look,
let's see how the playoffs go.
We can put it. We don't even got to put it on wax. We can put it on record right now. $100. I'm in.
Well, what's the bet?
We still gotta wait till AD. We gotta see how if AD come back tonight. So that bet you gotta wait till then to make that bet.
All right. If AD come back and they be like he gone for the season, I'll take the bet. I'm sorry.
You smoke.
I'll take that $100.
Yo, double me up on that, G. I'm taking that with Jordan, bro. If AD don't come,
y'all don't understand. Drummond's 27 years old, bro. Like he ain't no.
Do not care.
Be paying for one of my dinners, bro.
He's not even his basketball IQ is low.
That's what Bron is.
Goofy. I agree with Bron.
I still think he'll get 20 and 10. That's the most I ask out of him. He has. No, I'm not asking for 25. 20 and 10. He has no post moves. He has no post game. But Bron is gonna give him so many easy dimes.
Yo, he getting like 18 now without Bron. He gonna get 20, maybe 22. I'm telling you, whatever. So
he ain't getting 25.
He don't need 25.
He do. If that AD 20-some points is gone, he gotta get 25.
Who's gonna step in?
Anyway, AD gonna be there, so it don't matter. So
Kuz my guy.
It's gonna be back to back. Well, you know where they get it from your boy Kuzma, Jeff. We know that.
You hear him hating Tobi? We just said that Kuz was cool. Kuz is gonna step up. He goes, hey, like.
Kuz been trash for a long time.
Yeah, I remember before we talking about Kuzma has a better ceiling than Tobias, but Tobias is definitely better than Kuz. I mean, Kuz is so inconsistent.
Well, right now, Tobias a 10-year vet. Kuz
he's a 10-year vet, bro. I don't know. Kuz is just he be on something.
And BI was always better. Like I've been to.
BI was always better, easily.
Kuz have the potential.
Not
BI is
a 6'8" dude.
His game is so much more calmer than Kuz. Like Kuz feel like he rushed everything. Like bro, just get the ball. Take a couple dribbles, make a pass, or then go to the basket. He don't do that. He just real quick shoot or real quick dribble. He's just looking for somebody real quick. You know, he doesn't really be playing his shit out like that.
I'm sad that they had to give up BI to get AD.
Yeah,
you know, like BI
that would have been crazy
with them. Man,
I think that would have been crazy because then when Bron is on the court, you got BI with the ball. And BI can run the offense. He can handle the ball.
The fact that BI could shoot makes him even more of a threat. So if he's not on the ball, he's ready to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's sad.
And the crazy part, they wanted to hold on to Kuz. I'm like, y'all messed that up or whatever. But whatever.
They did. I think that was a mind trick. They was saying that so the other team could say, "Yo, we want Kuz," and they did. All right, cool. We gonna keep BI. Be out here. I think they was trying to trick him. Like,
it's cool. Man. Or whatever. Sometimes you don't see it until the person gone or whatever like that. Right. But I think even if Kuz went somewhere else, he still wouldn't be great. I think he would be okay.
He wouldn't be as good as BI was. He wouldn't be an all-star.
No,
he would have to go to a terrible team so he can get his shots up because he's not a efficient shooter, a scorer.
Yeah, he needs hella shots. Yeah,
he's not a playmaker either. That's my problem.
Exactly. So he got to get 30-something, 20-something, 30 shots.
But speaking of scorers and playmakers and shooters, what y'all think about Steph and his rumor about Golden State and leaving? Do you think he should stay? You know, because all right, put it like this: they're not going to win ever again. So for the rest of his career, should he stay or try to leave? What y'all think?
He should be smart and stay. But I wouldn't be shocked to rule him out going home to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want.
I do. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't rule it out, though, because, you know, a lot of players, I mean, he homegrown. He already did what he needed to do. He got his 3 chips. He got his MVPs. He can go home and play for the home team and rack in the bread. And you play for Mike, too. Yeah. I wouldn't rule that out, but I'm confident he's going to stay a Golden State Warrior for his entire career. It's just only the right thing to do.
So you think he'll be like Dirk?
Like one of them guys. Dirk, Kobe, like same pedigree. And I think his dad might be like, yo, Don't go moving around the world, man. Like it ain't fun. Cause his dad, no, he played in a bunch of places and it was terrible, probably.
Yeah,
So.
ain't he the announcer in Charlotte? His dad, I think. Whatever.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. What you think, Toby? You think he should stay or what should he leave?
Yeah, I think he should stay.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. He
And he got nothing to play for the next 4 years or whatever.
Oh, they're gonna get Clay back. They're gonna have another pick. They might try to make moves. I mean, they're still gonna try to make moves. Golden State. So I'm not gonna say they're never gonna win again, even though I don't think they're gonna win again. But they're gonna be in the, they're not really in it now, but like the next couple years when they make moves, they still could be in shit. Anything can happen. So he's gonna leave. I mean, it's not like he's like, I think you should leave bad organizations. He's Golden State is not a bad organization, So hey, I mean, they helped you. You got 2 rings there. They drafted you. 3 rings, yeah. You got 3 rings there. They drafted you. They made moves to make the team better. Right now, you guys are trash, but you don't have Clay, and you just rebuild from there. So make more moves. They're a good organization.
I got my thoughts. I got to save mine. Jordan, what you think, Jordan?
Yeah, no, I don't think he should go anywhere either. I wouldn't rule them out of winning another one either. Y'all tripping. Steph Curry is still one of the best players in the league. He's shown that he can carry, them, or he's going to carry them into the play-in. And you never know. Like, playoff Steph Curry, you never know. He could go berserk, and their style of play, and it's the way he plays, they might do something. I wouldn't say they win a playoff game, but they might win the play-in and get in. You know what I'm saying? Or who knows? But I definitely see them with Klay Thompson coming back. Right. Toby just said, right, they're going to have another good pick. They might be able to make moves. They got the boy Wiseman still. They're definitely still going to be in contention. They can probably get one. Their window is like 2 more years. You feel me? If Klay can be healthy. But they got next year and the year after with Curry and Klay pretty much almost still in prime. Honestly,
Still think they need somebody else. They can't.
First of all,
Wiseman has to come into form, and yeah, they still do need someone else because Dre probably would be the one to honestly go first. More than
Dre got 3 years left on his deal right now.
He just got that big ass
money. I'm just saying.
What happened, Toby?
No one is trading for that contract.
Nope, ever.
Right, well, that's cool. So they need that one more piece, right? They need to find that third level scorer, that guy who can be, if they 20 another 20 or 25 a night for them. You know what I'm saying?
They do. Remember that dude that you said, Wiggins? Remember him?
We thought it was gonna work out.
Wiggins. You said, Jordan, that he was gonna
because it made sense.
He's shooting threes better, but he's still not getting enough buckets.
Terrible, yo. I told
y'all. They're not getting enough buckets.
Nah, the one who can't shoot is Oubre. Oubre can't shoot to save fucking life.
And the thing is, it would Wiggins would look a lot better if Klay was out there. That's the one thing. He would look a lot better if Klay was out there.
Nah,
he's taking.
You can't go get your own thing without Klay out there, bro. He should definitely be aiming for 30 a night now. Like nobody's there. It's just
especially the games that Steph don't play. Like Steph missed mad games, bro. Get to the bucket. Like you're supposed to be a bucket getter, but he didn't do it. So like you had your time to shine. We know who you are now. Yeah, he will look better with Klay there, but he's obviously still not enough. That's not enough. Even if Klay's there, he's nothing close to what.
He's trash.
Which leads to my point. Clay's, y'all forget, coming off 2 ACL injuries or whatever. He's not going to be the same Klay. Wiseman just got hurt, and he almost a bust to me. Like he ain't going to live up to that potential. I feel like. I don't gonna say he a bust yet, but they should have drafted Melo at number 2.
They should have drafted LaMelo. I would have drafted LaMelo, and then you would have just had him, and you probably could have. If you didn't want him, you could have traded him and got more.
Correct.
No, they should have kept Melo and started
definitely
him.
Grab Melo, right?
The Warriors' offense best suited when Steph and them are coming off those pin down screens, those elevator screens. They need a ball handler.
So let me ask you this: and let's say Klay come back, he not the same Klay, and they have a bad season next season. When Steph free agent next summer, should he leave then?
I still don't think. I think he'll still sign for a couple more years, maybe a year or two. And then he'll decide if he want to leave.
Right, because other young players would probably want to go and play with them.
I don't think so.
I think other players would want to go and play in Golden State.
I don't think so.
They know the pedigree. They
might give him like a 1-year contract.
It's still
see how it goes this year. After that, then maybe he'll leave.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. The way the KD thing ruined that.
No, but what if they go and get Giannis? What if they go and get Giannis? Then
Giannis just signed a 5-year deal. We talking about?
Players are not going to want to come because they see how the organization treated KD and all he did for them. Remember, Mike? They was treating him like an outsider. Like, yo, you're not part of. Like, players ain't gonna go there and want to be like KD, a big player in the NBA. He's voiced his opinion. Like, yo, they was treating me like funny. That's a wrap. Nobody's going there, man. Nobody's going there. They got to do a major trade to get somebody. Nobody's gonna be like, yo, I want to go to Golden State.
I really think the window's closed. Me personally, I feel like the only thing Steph's playing for is the break Ray Allen record. So if I'm Steph, I'm dipping. Me personally, when I was like that. So, but
a couple more years, bro.
Maybe couple more years.
You probably see what D Wade would do, bouncing around them other teams.
See how next season go.
Just intermediate break real quick. Joel Embiid at the half, 21-6.
Okay, what you?
Yeah.
Making announcements for no reason.
Bro, we knew he was gonna do good, bro. It's like
he's talking about some DeAndre Jordan in the playoffs. Barbecue chicken.
He has hella boards though. He has more boards, bro.
Bodies to throw at him to make it harder. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're gonna stop Joe.
In the first,
Joe gonna need to score 40 every game in the playoffs because nobody else is gonna score.
And he's about to give 40 right now.
Bro, the game is different tonight. They ain't got no Harden or KD. Like you can't really.
Man, that's why.
It's not that.
Soak it in.
It's a whatever game.
Anyway, man, Jordan's hilarious. Speaking of playoff contenders, man, Clippers, man, the hottest team in the league right now. They've been balling ever since they got Rondo. Do you trust them now in the playoffs with Rondo, Tobi? What you think now?
I mean, last year they was up 3-1, so they should have got to the conference finals.
Did you hear the question?
So it's like, do I trust them to do what exactly? I mean,
get to the conference finals. How about that?
That's yeah. This year they should get to the conference finals. They should get to the conference finals. That's what I wrote down. They should get to the conference finals, but not past the Lakers.
Okay.
They had a 3-1 lead last year, so they were, they were good last year. They just blew a 3-1 lead. Now they got Rondo. He might help them out a little bit, in those certain situations. But come on, at the end of the day, they're not getting past the Lakers. So. And plus, PG's still gonna have. I still expect them to have bad games in the playoffs. Like I still expect them to have that game where we're like, yo, what the fuck? This is playoff P again. I still expect a game like that. Hopefully, it happens in the conference finals, and it is an elimination game, so they could go home with a bad note.
Worst thing he ever did for himself was call himself playoff P. Should have never did that.
Should have never did that.
I just can't get the clip out of my head when they told Melo that. He said, playoff P. Melo was like, this dude.
What you think, Jeff, since they got Rondo? What do you think? Do you trust them more this year or what, man?
I do. They're legitimately the scariest team, for the Lakers' path to championship. The Nets they can come out the East, in my opinion, but them Clippers, they too quiet. They sneaky quiet. They getting better. They gelling together, and they got a chip on their shoulder. Kawhi probably not liking that whole going out the way they went out last year. Paul George looks a lot better. Now, I don't know about the playoffs again, but Rondo knows the Lakers schemes. He knows the Lakers players. He got a good rapport with AD. He played. So he going to be a pest if they got to face them, man. He going to be a real problem. Like, he's like I look at Schroeder like a better scoring Rondo.
Mm-hmm.
But
Rondo
as far
has
as the
the
mentality, and I'll say that the mentality I'm talking about, like the toughness, staying in key. But the Clippers, they very much look very dangerous. I do trust them with Rondo. He's a floor general, an extension of the court, the coach on the court, and it's gonna be really interesting. That's a crazy 1, 2, 3. Rondo, George, Kawhi.
Mm-hmm. You want to say that, Tobi?
Oh yeah, I was about to say. They shooting like the highest. They have like the highest 3-point shooting team in like NBA history right now.
Yeah.
So that's really helping them out. And Morris is shooting like career high from 3. Every time I see him, he's making like 5 threes a game.
He made all 3 last night.
42.
3 for 3.
He's making like 42% or something like that. So that's really helping them. I mean, they elevating their game a lot.
Well, I'm gonna get back to you, Toby. What you think, Jordan? You trust the Clippers this year?
I mean, yeah, I do. Especially with no Nuggets having Murray, I think is written for them to get to the conference finals and match up against the Lakers. You feel me? I don't see if they don't, I don't see how they come back and do it all again next year. What was the point of going to get Paul George?
They don't. Kawhi might dip. They're a free agent this year, actually.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like they got So and then them getting Rondo was a great addition. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to see that matchup. That's what we all been waiting for. They gotta give us what we're waiting for. Now, if the Clippers lose, the Clippers lose.
The Clippers lose, Kawhi gonna get cooked for doing that King of LA commercial. Oh man, they gonna rock his world, bro.
You got last year for that shit.
I know, but I'm saying like if they double it up, because everybody last year the excuse was the
and now they're losing to them. Now they're losing to the Lakers.
What?
Well, let me ask you a question, then, Toby. You said you think they get to the conference final for the Lakers, but you think they can beat Utah right now, the Clippers?
Can they beat Utah? Yeah, I think they can beat Utah. I think they can beat the Suns. They're like them and the Lakers are the two outright, best teams. I mean, I would if the Utah beat them though, I wouldn't be shocked because they are the number 1 seed. So, and I think I did pick Utah to go to the conference, the conference championship. So I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Clippers. But I mean, the Clippers should get there.
What about you, Jeff? Would you be surprised if Utah beat them?
Yeah, I'd be hella surprised.
Wow.
The Clippers have they got a good nucleus to guards and forwards. They just don't have no big man, and that's why the Lakers have the edge over them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nobody that could stop AD or even make it harder for them. But the guard play, they'll shut Mitchell down. And Gobert, he ain't no 30 and 14. He ain't no Shaq. Like I'm not expecting no number like that. So if the Clippers get the Jazz, they gonna eat them alive.
But they got some bigs, bro.
Huh?
They got some bigs. Yeah.
Zubac?
They got Zubac, Ibaka, Cousins.
Which one of them is stopping AD? Just let me know.
Zubac or Ibaka. I mean, they're not stopping him, but that's what they're gonna put on. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been seeing DeMarcus Cousins' number, but he's
first of all, don't even mention DeMarcus Cousins on this show. Like, first of all, don't even mention him on this show, bro.
But I like their bigs though. I like the bigs that they have though.
Let me transition to the next question then, because it deals with the Clippers too. Are the Suns? Are we overlooking them, or are they real contenders and whatnot? What do you think, Jeff? Wait. What's your MVP, CP3?
Here you go. MVP. You had to get that in there. So when you say contenders, what do you mean? Like for the chip?
Correct. Or even the West Conference Finals or whatever.
No. They're a good story this year. Good second round story to go home, but they just taking up space right now in the top standings because they're using all their energy for the regular season. But they won't make it to the conference finals. They won't make it out second round.
So they can't beat the Clippers. I mean, Clippers can't beat. They can't beat the Clippers either. You're saying?
No. Nobody can beat either LA team. There's no teams in the West beating either LA team.
That's definitive. You feel the same way, Toby, about the Suns and the Clippers, the Suns and the Lakers, the Suns and whoever?
Yeah, the Suns are not a threat this year to the chip because they're too inexperienced. I mean, I'm not gonna expect. I mean, I know they got CP3, but you see CP3 last year with a inexperienced team. I mean, they went to 7 games with the Rockets. That was impressive. They made the playoffs. I mean, they're 2 seed right now. But I'm not expecting inexperienced Devin Booker, even though he got buckets. DeAndre Ayton. Like, they just have a lot of people on that team that have never been in the playoffs and in a 7-game series for me to say that they are a threat.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I wouldn't put it past the Clippers. I ain't going to hold you.
Closer.
Closer.
Come closer so we can hear you.
I said I wouldn't put it past the Clippers. I mean, I feel like they should get through the West and get to the conference finals against the Lakers. You feel me? But I wouldn't put it past if the Suns run up against the Clippers, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Clippers lose because Devin Booker could go off. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they lost to the Suns, but that shouldn't fucking happen.
So, do you think the Suns are real contenders or no?
I don't think they're contenders, but I think they can knock someone off. You feel me? Like, I think they can.
So y'all got the number 1, number 2 seed not being real contenders, Utah or the Suns.
Yeah, not me.
I don't think they're real contenders.
I think Utah's a real.
Right, I don't think they're real contenders, but I think the only true contender in all reality is the Lakers. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, feel me, Lakers versus Clippers. Feel me? Most people are gonna take the Lakers. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we want to see. I don't give a fuck who wins. But you know what I'm saying? That's just what we want to see.
Got you. Okay.
So,
but you, Jeff, you got number 1, number 2 seed not being real contenders.
Not making a conference finals.
Got you.
I can see the Suns beating the Clippers or some shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I can't see that.
How do you see that?
I don't know.
I can see that.
Because I'm not. You feel me? At the end of the day, like what happened last year it's just you feel me?
Fresh in your mind.
So I'm expecting them to fold because they with the bullshit that they did.
You said you can see, you can't see it, Tobi. The Suns beating it.
I can't see the Suns beating the Clippers. I mean, no way. They don't have no experience on the Suns team.
Right, we said that shit about. Well, you didn't say that shit about Denver, but
no, he had Denver.
I had Denver in the conference finals last year. Remember?
Yeah, I know, but they blew it. The Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. What's the chance of them blowing a 3-1 lead?
They don't. Exactly. They're not gonna do it. That's why the Suns won't beat them. They ain't blowing no leads.
Yeah, Doc Rivers ain't there. He the 3-1.
Chill on Doc. Doc is a good coach.
No, he blown the most 3-1 leads in coaching history.
You're right. You're right about that. You're right. Good. Don't let him get a 3-1 lead. Basically,
that's it. Don't let him. Take him 2-2.
Well, if
keep it
2-2, go. Listen, well, if he do get one, don't feel good about it.
Don't feel good about it.
Don't start betting, planning trips to the finals. Nah, don't do that.
If it's 3-1 and somebody wins the next game and it's 3-2, I'm betting on them to come back and win.
Who you talking about?
Whatever Doc Rivers team. If the Sixers ever go up 3-1 on somebody, and then it's 3-2.
I just realized he coached the
Sixers. Damn.
I'm betting against my team. Like he's letting them fold. He's not gonna know what to say in the locker room.
If Sixers up 3-1, all I'm gonna say is don't get happy. That's what I'm gonna say.
Zion has a 0.
Unless it's in the first round. If it's in the first round, yeah.
Zion, what now, Jordan?
Zion has a 0 piece right now.
I told you.
He's not.
What quarter?
He's not getting 35 and winning, bro. 35? No.
No, I just need 35, but it's the
what
first.
Quarter is it? Oh, it's early. How many minutes?
There's 3 minutes left in the first.
Oh,
damn, he's not getting 30, bro. He's not getting 30.
No, I told you add too much. You be chasing the money, bro. Like, take off some of the stuff and you take it.
Bro, I told you the next play defense, bro. It's 18-18 in the first quarter.
Stop watching ESPN making your bets, man. They be gassing us. They be gassing us both. Don't worry.
Yo, you see my man, Ravi, man, he went off a 3-banger, 3 bets and shit
come on. 40 points to both of them? What's the odds of that?
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous, though.
I mean, it was a 3 games of parlay. That's it.
You put 40 on that, though. You put $40.
You can put it on, yeah.
I mean, if I'm trying to win big, I would bet $40 too. I mean, or 20.
But for that bet, you would be real skeptical about it. It was both players to score 40 or
what
more.
Team?
And it was
Hawks versus Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Zach LaVine and Trae Young to score 40 plus, and Zach LaVine to have hit
5 threes.
5 threes. So
yeah, that's a good bet, bro. Neither one of them teams play defense,
plus,
bro.
But
first
40,
of all, one go hand to hand. If Zach LaVine got 40, he had 5 threes.
That's that one goes hand in hand. Yeah. But the fact that they're both gonna score 40 plus, Zach LaVine had 39 in the first half that game.
I know. That's crazy.
That was crazy.
Actually, he's a bum for that. He had 39 in the first half.
And they lost that game.
Right, he should have had 70.
Right.
He should have had at least 60.
The rest of the way?
11, 60. He should have had at least 60, 55, something.
Something, right?
50 banger, easy.
Like, no, he had 50. He had 50.
Yeah, he had 50. Okay. He should have like 55, 56.
Yeah, at least.
He had 50. I'm good with that.
Yeah. How you have 39 in the first half, 11 in the second half? That's trash,
bro. 39 in the first half. That's a lot of shots and buckets.
But then 11 in the second half?
11. You got to give me at least 20.
He shot a whole low in the first half, bro. He shot off way early.
He could have given me like 15 in the second half, bro.
No way.
He could have given me 15.
No way. When the last time you seen a dude have 39, almost 40 in the first half and come out and give you another 35?
Kobe.
Right.
Kobe took 60 shots, though.
No, he did.
Don't act like Kobe ain't take a lot of shots. He was a terrible percentage that night.
No, what, when he had 81?
I'm talking about he had 81. He had 81. He had buckets in the first half.
Right.
You can do it, bro.
About the 60 on the last game. That's what I was
Nah. But he can listen, man. I'm saying I'm with Tobi. At least give me 20 second half. You can't have 40 in the first half.
15. You give me 15, 16. You had 11. That's
how it even happened. Like, that's crazy to me.
I don't even know how that happened, but that was still crazy, bro.
But the way he won was crazy because Trae Young had to get to 40 at the end of the game. That was crazy. Yeah,
you say that.
Wasn't it like a free throw, like layup or something?
He had free throws with 12 seconds left.
Right?
And that got him like 40, right?
Yeah.
41.
Yeah, they got him over 40. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow, yo, Kobe's
that's how much luck
game
it is, isn't it, bro? To hit
I told you, Jeff.
Even with
41% that night.
Right.
Who had 61? Zach?
No, he's saying Kobe 81 game. He shot 61% that night, or whatever like that.
He shot 61 from the field, 54 from 3. and 18 for 20 on free throws. That's bananas.
Yeah, and it was guarding. It wasn't a blowout and shit like that. They had to come back from the game.
That was bananas, bro.
Yeah.
That was a blowout. It was 122 to 104 at the end.
No, at the end, but they were down. That's why he
in the
shooting.
beginning. Yeah, the game was close, so he had to, get his buckets.
Yeah,
wow. So in the first quarter, Kobe had what? What he had that first quarter? He had 14 the first quarter that game. And then the second quarter, he had 12. So Kobe had 26 at half. He got a number in that second half.
Third quarter.
That's crazy. Bro.
That's bananas. He had 26 points at half.
That means he had, what, 50-something in the second half? 55 in the second half? That's crazy. Anyway, we can talk about that for days. Talk about this earlier. The Celtics, man, they get hot. They won last night. They've been winning lately. They kind of doing all right now. Since Marcus Smart came back, they got over the COVID they had all season. That played a big part. You think they could shake off the playoffs a little bit in the East?
Yeah,
what do you think, Tobi?
Oh, good.
No. They're gonna be in the playoffs, which is cool, but they will lose to the Sixers. They will lose to the Nets. The Bucks and the Heat can also possibly beat them in 7 games as well. So I don't really see them shaking anything up. They're not shocking me in the playoffs. Depending who they play in the first round,
right
they
now
can
they
go home. Right now it's the Hawks. Okay,
4-5 matchup.
They can beat the Hawks, so they will go to the second round. But shaking it up is beating one of the teams that's above you.
Can they beat the Bucks or the Heat?
I don't think they're beating I like the Heat team, yo. The Heat beat them last year. I'm picking the Heat again.
All right. Jeff, what do you think, Jeff?
Shaking it up? No, I don't. It's just too powerful at the top of the East. But low key sleeper. They could beat the Bucks, I think.
I think
they
so too.
Bucks something. I think they could beat the Bucks. I really do, for some reason. Now the Heat, I don't think so. Remember we had a show a couple weeks ago and the Heat was like 10th in the standings.
I called them going up.
He did. Tobi did, yeah.
Wow, man, they just jumped all the way up. So no, I don't think the Celtics can shake anything up because they can't beat the Sixers nor they can beat the Nets. But they could sleep and beat the Bucks. But I don't have the Bucks getting to the Eastern Conference Finals because I got Philly and Brooklyn going there. So no, I don't think they're not gonna shake anything. They're gonna play their part this year. Hopefully after the season they fire Brad Stevens like they ought to because that voice is getting muted out. It's getting deaf.
If the second round, if they get the Bucks in the second round some kind of way, they go on to the conference final again.
That's not. The Bucks got to beat one of the top teams, because the Bucks is 3rd and the Celtics 5th right now.
Right.
So that's it. Right? Like they got to beat one of the top teams to get.
Yeah, but it ain't over though. I'm saying, or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think neither one of those teams are going to beat the Sixers or the Nets. I think that's bound.
No. If the Bucks stay at 3, Celtics want to be in at 6. They could beat the Bucks in the first round. I feel like.
Yeah, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Yo, it's gonna be so terrible this season if the Bucks can't. Right now, the Bucks will face the Heat.
Right, at that.
Right now, they play the Heat. See, that's a tough one there too.
That's that too. If the Heat beat the Bucks, the Celtics could beat the Heat. I'm sorry, in my opinion.
Nah.
All right, Jordan, what you think, Jordan? I'm gonna let you in here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I said it, I think, last week that the Heat scare me the other day. I mean, that's the only team that scares me besides the Nets that could beat the Sixers. So Celtics ain't got no fucking shot in this world. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You guys believe in the Bucks. I don't. So
they could be a sleeper. They just too quiet. And those quiet teams be the ones that be annoying.
I feel like
they're definitely better this year with Drew than they were last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a big pickup. Drew Holiday is a big pickup.
I mean, but where are they better? Like what facet of
running the offense?
Like Drew Holiday is
in the playoffs. In the playoffs, you're gonna need somebody that
you ain't even seen them in the playoffs together. How you gonna say?
I've seen Drew Holiday in the playoffs.
Not on the Bucks.
I haven't seen him on the Bucks, but he's what the Bucks. He's what the Bucks never had at point guard. They never had that.
Yes, they did. They had Brogdon, and they let him go.
Brogdon for they had Brogdon that one year, and they went to the conference. They went to the conference finals that year. Then they let him go. That's on them. Yeah. But now they got Drew Holiday. The last two? The last.
I don't even know how dominant. I respect Drew Holiday. I really do, and I respect your opinion, Tobi. But really, I don't even know how much of an impact he gonna make. Like I really don't. Like, I've never seen Drew Holiday take it up to the next level.
Who's the 6th seed right now? You said Bucks are 3rd.
Yeah, Bucks 3rd. Yeah. Tobi, I feel where Jeff is coming from because Holiday is better than Bledsoe, but they didn't get any better. They're not better.
They didn't get any better.
They didn't get any better. They didn't get anyone that puts them over the top.
Holiday wasn't the pick that the decision that was like, oh wow.
They needed somebody at the end of the game to get a bucket, and Giannis was getting.
He guards. He plays better defense.
Yeah.
He actually gets buckets on people. I don't think Bledsoe got buckets on people at all.
Nah.
He still don't.
Drew will give you a bucket.
He's better than Bledsoe, but I just
don't.
The team just doesn't look like they got better.
He better than Bledsoe and George Hill.
I feel like y'all sleeping on that move.
Yeah.
I don't want them to play. I feel like the Heat will be a very tough matchup. It won't be as easy though for the Heat. They lost. Who they lost last year? Crowder. I feel like he was important for them. He had a lot of threes. He played good defense.
He's tough too.
He was tough. So that series could go any way to me, in my eyes. The Bucks and the Heat. That could go 6-7 games. Anything could happen with that. But if they play I don't believe in Boston at all. I think Boston will go home if they play the Bucks or the Heat. I feel like they're going home this year. They're not. No.
All right. Well, I disagree. Whatever I do. But I will say what Jeff said. If the Bucks go home in the first round, like to the Heat or something like that, that's gonna be bad, man. Bad for the coach. Bad for Giannis. Bad for Middleton. That what I mean. That's horrible. How you gonna be a 2-time MVP to go home in the first round next year? Like that's bad, bro.
2 years in a row. I mean, he went home second round last year.
Yeah, it get worse. To go from conference finals to second round to first round or whatever like that. Like it's ridiculous. So, but I feel like y'all don't realize y'all sleeping on how much the Celtics weren't really together all year or whatever like that. Kemba started off hurt. Then I think Tatum had COVID, and then Brown was out. Smart was out for hella games. Yo, they look like a different team when they all together.
Zero bigs, bro. Zero bigs. Who's gonna guard Giannis in the paint? They don't have no wall for Giannis. You need a wall. You need somebody down there. And I don't know. Tristan Thompson is still on the team.
He on the team. He ball last night.
The Celtics, bro. They got the two young guys.
Who's
Tatum and
Williams?
Brown. They can take turns.
They're both light. They're both light for Giannis. Giannis will dunk on their heads. But they don't have the wall for Giannis. And you need the wall. You need a lot of great individual defenders. They don't have
bro. I'm sorry. I know he's only whatever. I think Marcus Smart makes a hell of a difference for them, bro. Like when I watched him last night, he is just, I don't know what it is about him. He like that glue guy or something like that. And he makes hella plays and shit. Like, did y'all watch the game last night where he dove on the floor and then got up and got the steal? It was crazy, bro.
I didn't see it, but I know what you mean. He gets people involved.
Plays.
He does a lot of hustle plays and get people involved. And you know what changed also? He started hitting threes.
Yeah, he hits threes now, yo.
He hits threes now, so that changed his game a lot.
Yeah.
I think Smart shot well before. I'm not saying he shot.
I know when he first got in the league, he couldn't shoot. So, but now the last couple years, he's been able to shoot.
This how you know it's bad for the Bucks, bro. They bringing in Joe Johnson.
No, they're not.
They are?
Yo, Joe Johnson is set for a workout for the Bucks later this week.
That's a workout, bro. He can come off the bench. He's coming. He's coming. Yeah, he's trying to make a comeback.
It's over, Mike.
Joe Johnson, they play how many years now?
Yo, bro. That's
how wasn't he in the big three last year or some shit like that?
Like the MVP or something.
He's getting buckets.
Bro.
He can hit wide open threes for him, bro.
Zion at 6.
ISO Joe?
He ain't getting that 35, bro. Let it go. ISO Joe.
All right, speaking of Zion, man, let's move on forward since you're talking about Zion and his bet he gonna lose. He's been on the tear this year.
Randall I knew it because they're gonna win. He's gonna have over 25.
Who? Oh, Randall. Do you think that seeing him now that he's a future MVP in this league and whatnot?
Who?
Zion.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I could definitely say that.
Yeah,
now.
probably. Yeah.
He's definitely going to be a future MVP.
Yeah.
You know, his game is just for one it's not even polished, and he dominates at the level he dominates now. Like his.
So you think? Well, I'll let you finish that up. Go ahead, Joe. What you saying?
Well, no, pose that because that might be a segue into what I'm saying. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you think he'll be like the definitive best player in the world at some point? Whatever.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
By the time everybody retire, I mean KD gone, Brown gone, Embiid, I don't think he's gonna last past Zion. We know that ain't gonna be the case. I don't know what's gonna happen with Joe. Yeah, I think he could be the best player in the world. Like he has a big man's body and game in a small forward position. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I like Zion a lot. I didn't think again, and this is on the record because I don't have any problem acknowledging when I'm wrong. I didn't think he was gonna be doing this against these grown dudes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. but he punishing these dudes, like year one. Like he pulverizing dudes. Like, hold on, bro. He year one with this. So his ceiling is crazy. And I like him because of the fact that the other night I seen him hit like they sent a double team at him. He was like on a baseline, hit like a fadeaway, turnaround fadeaway. I'm like, wait, he started getting that in his game. It's gonna be a problem, man. Eventually he'll stop powerhousing as his game refines better. But I definitely see him as the best player in the NBA, the face of the NBA, at some point.
Wow.
Everybody else is older than him. Giannis is even, you know what I'm saying? These guys will be out the way or on the back end of their careers, and he'll start to ascend in an unbelievable fashion. Do I think it'll be in New Orleans is a good question. No, I don't.
Wow. Hot take.
That's a hot take. I'll get back to that. What do you think, Tobi? Will he be an MVP or the best player in the world at some point?
I think he will be an MVP of a regular, like of a season, because he's just so unstoppable. But I don't know if he'll ever be definitively the best player in the world. I have to see that part of his game. You still have people like Luka in the game, and Luka does so much offensively. He gets everybody involved. He runs the offense. But I do see him getting the MVP eventually. We got to see what he does. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I don't think he's going to leave the Pelicans. We have to see what he does with the Pelicans. If he does something like they get in the playoffs and he takes them to like the second round or third round, then people are going to be like, okay, he's probably the best in the world. Even though his team isn't there yet, he is doing so much. He's elevated his team so much to such a level that they're getting to the second round, the conference finals, with mainly, basically just him. You got a good team around him, but yeah, definitely an MVP in the future. But I don't know about best player in the world.
All right, what do you think, Jordy?
I can definitely see him winning MVP. I could see him becoming the best player in the world. You got a couple of guys who need to leave the NBA until he can even crown that, hat, I guess, or whatever. Like LeBron, KD would have to be out the league. Anthony Davis would have to be out the league. Steph Curry would have to be out the league. There's a lot of guys who have to be out the league.
Bron's going to be out in a couple of years. So,
and who knows if KD might be out in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Steph is 33 right now. Like
AD is not in his way. Trust me, AD is not in his way.
No. All right,
AD is not in his way.
All right, so those three guys need to get out the league, but he is doing this off of athleticism
only.
He has he's got some skill, but it's not refined, like focused, to what it really can be. Once it gets to that point, he's going to be the most unguardable player we've arguably ever seen.
Wow, that's a hot take too.
Wow,
right?
Arguably ever seen.
You know what it is? Like his size, he knows how to use this, like the space with his size and his strength. He knows the angles, like he's going through you, because you feel me? Like, right? It's so wide. His first step, his shoulder on his first step is gonna bulldoze you. You gotta get out the way. You're gonna get out the way, or he's gonna help you get out the way. Because that's his space. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he knows.
I gotta see him in the playoffs. They're gonna build that wall for him.
That ain't.
In order for him to win an EVP, he will have to be a number 1 or 2 seed.
No wall for him, bro.
Anyway,
there's no wall for him, bro.
Nah, there's no wall for a nigga like that.
All right, bro.
I don't think he's gonna keep all that weight on either. Honestly, I think he'll slim up at some point.
He could.
But he still got the bone structure to be.
Yeah, he ain't gonna slim that much because he's big as fuck.
Yeah.
Up here, he's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you move that, it's boom, bam, and his first jump is higher and quicker than yours, no matter what position you play. Like
second jump.
He got like guard athleticism at, you know what I'm saying? A defensive end size. Like that.
I don't think, I'm opposite of you guys. I think he'll wind up like AD. I don't think he'll ever win an MVP. Because I don't think he'll ever be a first, second seed.
Wow.
Me personally. I just don't see that. I'm sorry.
Wow, bro.
Ever,
bro?
I mean, not in New Orleans. I'll see it or whatever.
That's what I said. I said he's gonna leave. He's not gonna.
I think he's gonna leave after his. He's gonna get that first contract. He's gonna sign that one. Then after that one, he's gonna leave or whatever like that. He'll be like 27, 28
right?
years old. Whatever. Huh?
Yeah, year 7. That's like year 7. They normally get that deal, right?
What, the first contract?
Ends. The first contract happened after the 4th year, but then they re-sign and it'd be like 3 years, and by year 7 he'll probably be ready to go.
Right. He's ready to dip, whatever like that. Now I don't think he'll ever be good enough to win an MVP. Honestly, just like AD. AD was terrorizing the league, but never could. The team was never more than the top 4 seed or whatever like that. So.
I think, yeah, but I hear you on that, bro. But Zion is more of a dominant player than Anthony Davis. He will be. Zion will be a more dominant player.
Yeah, definitely. He's more unstoppable to me.
He's
scoring the ball, but AD does way more and always did way
better
more.
Defensively. You're right. He's better defensively.
Better rebounder, better passer, all of it.
He's gonna become all that though, and once he gets the full package, he will become a better player than Anthony Davis.
Remember, Zion's a small forward, man.
And he's
like,
sick.
He gonna kill kids at that height. Like,
because dudes that are bigger than him, he's still bullying because he got the quick step on you.
But so will they win though? That's the question.
Huh?
But will they win?
I think they got to get the right guys around them. But I think
that's how you get to be MVP and the best player in the world. You got to win.
They got to get.
Tobi, you know that. Whatever.
They got to get some real shooting around them. They can keep BI because BI can do it all on the offense.
Mike, what you said?
I said that's how you become an MVP and the best player in the world. You got to win. Whatever, like that. You can't be good.
I hear you. That's true. That's true.
You got to get the wins.
Yeah, you got to win. You got to go far in the playoffs and whatnot.
660 win. I mean, I hate to say this, right? I hate to say this, right? Bron was.
It took Bron 7 years. It took Bron 7 years, right?
To be what? To do what?
MVPs way before that.
Yeah, wait for that.
To get his first ring. To get his first ring.
Oh, yeah, first ring. Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah. So I mean,
but Mike's not saying you got to win a ring to win. He's saying you got to be number 1 seed. And have a good,
you gotta have rings. You gotta win a chip, right?
Nah, you ain't gotta win
MVP.
The best player in the NBA.
No, you don't need to win the chip to be the best in the league.
You gotta have you gotta be on a good team, and you gotta have a good playoff showing. Like Bron,
when Bron was in Cleveland and he was winning 66 games, and he was still up there. They were still saying, "Yo, he might be the best in the league." That's what I'm saying. That's what Zion got to do. He got to win a lot of games, and then when it comes to the playoffs, second round. Conference finals, shit like that.
On everything he got to. I think as long as, like Mike said, if he get that 1-2 seed, there you go. That's the conversation. Right. Whatever happens in the playoffs, nobody cares because the voting is already in.
First round though, 1-2 seed, first round exit. Nah,
that look bad. That look bad.
Yeah. They need more pieces. Like they can keep BI around them because BI is a shooter and a playmaker, but they need more shooting around him. You feel what I'm saying?
They got JJ Redick. They got shooting.
No, JJ's going, but they got Lonzo. Lonzo been hitting shit.
Yeah, but
they got traded.
I don't
see that going down long term.
It's on the maps.
They need a point guard like
fucking Zonzo.
Lonzo is a perfect point guard for him.
Perfect for them, yo.
They just don't use him right. They don't use
Trae Young. Trae a shooter, yo. They don't need Trae Young.
Shooter. They don't need
shooters though because they need shooters.
You know why they don't use Lonzo right? Is because BI be having the ball like that.
What? If they had Trae Young, then Zion wouldn't do what he's doing. Trae Young shoots a lot.
That's not true, bro.
Yes,
That's not true, bro. That's not true. He don't need somebody like that. He don't need somebody like Trae Young. Lonzo is perfect. They just don't run it through Lonzo. They be running it through either Zion or BI. That has the ball more than Lonzo. That's the reason. But Lonzo be on some catch and shoot shit now. You know what I'm saying? He just
Lonzo be shooting lights out right now.
He be shooting now. That's what I'm saying. He be shooting, but perfect. I mean, Lonzo's a good point guard for him.
But you know what? I'm gonna take a statement back. He probably will win MVP in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I think he's gonna be in New Orleans
he
for
got
a minute.
The team. Like him, BI, and Zoe. I know we like Zoe's. You know what I'm saying? But
still young guy.
But he's a quintessential role player. Like he, I'm starting to see that more in the league. The league has years where they'll draft teams will draft players that are high draft picks to be a role player. I think of Tyson Chandler. He was never expected to be, you know what I'm saying, Shaq. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think within the next 4 years there'll be a number 1 or 2 seed in the West or whatever like that. That's what I'm thinking. So
probably about year 4. Kawhi be gone. AD, LeBron be gone. I think about year 4.
Okay, we'll see. So, all right, moving on forward, man. Speaking of MVP, last thing we're gonna do, like we do every show. What's your top 3 right now? It's an ever-changing MVP race.
Yeah,
what you say, Tobi? You said something earlier today on chat. What would you say now?
Embiid is 1. Yeah. 2, Jokic. Jokic, and 3 is Dame.
Dame? Okay.
Yeah. 4 I got Harden. 5 I got CP3.
Okay. All right. Jordan, what you got?
4
Besides
I got
Embiid?
Harden. 5 I got CP3. Good looking.
Jokic, Dame.
Okay. Sound like Tobi's. Jeff?
Man. I'm gonna go Embiid, Jokic, and Harden.
How you gonna take CP3 off? That was your man. What you talking about?
He's under that. You know, like his numbers are kind of normalizing now. It's like, you know, I still think he's in the top 5 consideration in my opinion for MVP. He should be because of the turnaround of the team. But these other players that we're naming, when they're on the court, I mean, they a show and they production. They you know, sometimes they guarantee wins. You know, and I can't say that any other players. I could say like, yo, he guarantees me the win. Dame Dame can do it, but he hasn't been doing it this year. Like he's been real, like kind of like I feel like he's been like just trudging through the regular season just to get to the playoffs. Like he's just been like, all right, let me just do what we got to do to get to the playoffs, and then I think Dame will turn it up, but the MVP won't matter by then.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna go Embiid. Yeah, no, well, yeah, I'm gonna go Embiid, Jokic. Dame be losing, man. So
that's why I said he be losing, yo. Like,
yeah,
he's no guaranteed wins.
I'll probably still say Harden myself right now, or whatever. You know what I mean? Hopefully he come back soon. But anyway, man, that's our show. Another half court trap, man. We appreciate these guys coming on while the Sixers and Nets are playing. Tobi over there yawning, so we'll let you guys go. Whatever. Hopefully hopefully Jordan wins his bet. We all doubt it.
Yeah, it's not hit that.
And whatnot.
What's the payout on that bet, Jordan?
780.
How much?
780.
780. And what you pay? What you put? 10 ounce?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I hope they do win too. Shit. If they win, you buying the food for Ravi party.
He ain't gonna win that shit. He should have took off some shit and won like $400 for $10 and shit like that. He put too much on there.
Zion might have a Kobe.
Zion might go nuts. Yeah.
Huh? It's not Zion. It's Luka. That's the problem, yo. I'm telling you.
Who they play tonight?
Memphis.
Actually, Dame is having a crazy season. 29 points a game, 7 assists a game, 4 rebounds.
Yeah, but only shoot 44% though.
I know that's the part that kills me. Like
I know. That's why Dame ain't Steph.
Yeah, he be balling, but they don't be winning.
12. He about to get like 15 going into the half. It might be straight.
Over what? 35? Not 35? Nah.
35?
Nah.
I don't know if he's in 35, bro.
You should have said under 35, bro. You probably would hit that shit.
Joel, 37 and 12.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
That's regular, bro.
Barbecue chicken.
Bro. If you wasn't scared to bet, you could have put everything on Joel bet only and shit like that. Would have just made the money, easy money.
I mean, it was only plus 130. You feel me?
I'll tell you.
Now, if I would have did plus 130 and then maybe the Jokic triple double, $100. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you'd have been all right. But anyway, fellas, man, thank you guys for coming out. We'll be back next week. When the NFL draft, Jordan?
For the next couple weeks, I want to say April 20-something, 2 weeks, 1 week.
Is that the NFL draft?
Yeah.
NFL draft is going to be on 29th. Let me tell you, these are annoying. Internet whack.
I want to say the 29th.
DeAndre still got 14 rebounds. Those kind of
way. Right, 29th of April.
So we should do a show after that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll do a show after that. Well, no, we'll do a show before that, but we'll do the NFL show after that. But anyway, man.
No, we talking about the NFL. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let everybody go. Once you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
You hanging on, Mike?
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
Yo, let me show y'all this real quick.